Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
George looking around. Pass to Zubac. Outside for George. 5 to shoot. Over McCollum. Misses off the right iron.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Nurkic, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
A physical big, Nurkic embracing, going up and attracting the contact when he's trying to score.
Good on both. Here's Jackson. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Lillard outside. Kicks it to Powell. Lets the three fly. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Batum. Nice move. And he sinks the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Zubac finds George. And George with the stuff.
Boy, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And here is Los Angeles now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Three-pointer. Zubac trying to break loose. Jackson misses. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now here's Jackson. And there's the pass to Zubac. Batum scanning the floor. Back to Zubac. Puts the move on. And it's good on the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Lillard against Jackson. Covington wide open. He fires. No good from outside.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
In the corner, George with it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Portland also making some changes. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum. The Trailblazers shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Lillard from outside. Trailblazers keep it alive. Anthony finds Jones. The shot by Lillard wide open. The three-pointer no good.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard attacking.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Rondo looking around. Passes it to Patterson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Lillard up top. He's covered by Rondo. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. Takes the 13-footer. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo. With one on the clock, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how
everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the floor for Portland, Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. It's his first trip to the line. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here's Rondo after Enes Kanter's basket. Rondo passes to Patterson. Back to Rondo. Out to Morris. Stolen by Kanter. Here's Powell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him. Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously, last season, much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. Excellent D there from Anthony.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Pass to Simons. There's the three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Norman Powell. And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Now here's Jackson. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
McCollum outside. He's off on that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Jackson with it. Now Covington defending. Outside for Batum. Pass to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Zubac. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Trailblazers leading by 3. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Anthony nowhere around. It's hauled in by Zubac.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Batum, good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
McCollum outside to the paint. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. The pass to Simons. Kicks it out to Covington. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Now here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes to Mann. At the elbow, Batum. Nurkic with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. So for the Trailblazers, Jones comes in for Anthony, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland.
Well, this is Enes Kanter's comfort zone. At the rack in a hurry.
And here's Rondo. The feed to Patterson. Outside Leonard. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that's good.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Well, this guy very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
George passes to Zubac. A 3-ball. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from George.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And the basket by McCollum.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Outside, George. Outside for Jackson. Clock at 6. Outside, Batum misses the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass. Nurkic has got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
George against McCollum. And George kicks to Zubac. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Rondo against Lillard. Rondo kicks to Zubac. And the Clippers miss again. Portland leading by 8. Jones with it. George picks him up. Shoots the 3, and it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipe. Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. There's 1:47 left here in the third quarter. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. Outside Anthony. And the rejection by Zubac. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile 1 block a moment ago.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Rondo passes to Patterson. Here's Morris. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Rondo against Lillard. He dishes it to Cantor. 58 seconds left to play in the third. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Well, the defense has been lackluster out of the locker room, and that is why they are finding themselves in a tough spot.
Mann passes to Patterson. Outside for Rondo. And it's Leonard at the elbow. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Lillard scanning the floor. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got his second bucket.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Patterson dishes to Rondo. Morris against Anthony. Patterson. It's good on the putback.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
Over in the corner, Lillard beyond the arc. And the miss. The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Clippers trail by 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Rondo's shot is off.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Now, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
Rondo with it. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
And the first one at the line is good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Powell, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard from outside, and he's good on the 3-ball. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Morris kicks to Jackson. Outside for Rondo. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
Stolen by Jackson. Zubac with it. Now defended by McCollum. Good work there as it goes.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Jackson against Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Outside Rondo. At the elbow, it's Jackson. The pass to Zubac. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Morris. And it's Paul George in for Rajon Rondo. Lillard outside. Passes it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Up again, and it's Lillard on the follow. Now it's a 7-point Portland lead.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Jackson passes to Zubac. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. The free throw drops for Zubac. He's perfect from the line this time.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard outside. Offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Jackson looking around. And the layup's good off the glass.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Lillard against Jackson. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And it's off from 3-point range. Got a piece of it. George against McCollum. Right side Jackson. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. And a switch here also for Portland. Cantor is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Outside Rondo.
Well, the focus of Covington on the defensive end, long, athletic, dialed into his opponent, so good at contesting shots.
And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break teams.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Leonard against Powell. Takes it from 10. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Rondo with the steal. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And this is why Rondo is so special. A proven champion who time and time again comes up big in critical stretches of the game.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, George. To the inside, Zubac. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
This guy is such a tough cover in the pick and roll. Paul George threading the needle perfectly. Excellent pass.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a three-point game. Knocks it loose. Tries to save it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. It's McCollum on the wing. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.
One of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the three, the small forward. And for Dallas, Kleba is the four with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward spot. Batum with the steal. Here's George. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Doncic against Jackson. Takes the 13-footer. Porzingis. And it's good. 2 points. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Outside Leonard passes it to Zubats. Back to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubats the pass to Batum. No good on the triple.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Dallas moving it around. Kleba against Batum. Batum with the steal. Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got his second basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And it's Doncic missing.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Leonard, no luck. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Out to Porzingis. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. He can't get that one. Outside Jackson. It's George on the wing. Pass to Zubats. Back to George. Outside for Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Zubats. Back to George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
And they double up Doncic. Down low, Paul George with the steal. Jackson with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from three-point range. Mavericks trailed by 4. Here's the 3. Paul George grabs the miss. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
With the shot. And the shot is long. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here is George. He has 6. To the middle. Zubats kicks to George. Over Richardson. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And then for the Clippers, Patterson comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. Runs in the pass to Burke. It's good from long range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
40 seconds left in the first quarter. Rondo looking over the floor. Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
They get a hand on it. From deep. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. $20 seconds left to play here in the first. Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room. Here's Marjanovic. And good that time.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Patterson down low. And no good on the last second attempt this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Dallas up by And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 5, roaming the paint. Morris outside, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. The Mavericks leading. Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. Over Rondo. Poked loose and stolen by Patterson. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Morris outside. Pass to man. Fires top of the key. Good. He hits the jump shot. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Rondo against Brunson. Here's Marjanovic from down in the low post. It goes. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs. Outside Rondo. Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And here are the Mavericks now. Brunson scanning the floor. And the pass to Marjanovic. Man with the rebound. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Back to Kennard. Dishes it to Patterson. Passes it to Kennard. Back to Patterson. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Tipped away. Outside, Redick. Uncovered. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. And now a 3-point Maverick lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here. It's sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And then for Los Angeles, Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Man passes to Patterson. Here's Man. Los Angeles with another miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And the shot goes in.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Jackson looking it over to the paint. Here's Batum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
George finds Jackson. Back to George. At the elbow, Batum. Up top, Zubats. Shot clock at 5. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Powell, he's jacked in for the Mavericks. That one drops. He ties it up.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Doncic against Jackson. Chalk up 2 there.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Jackson against Doncic. Fires the 3, and that's good. Reggie Jackson for 3. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Doncic feeling it out. The Clippers grab the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Both free throws good from Batum. Here's Doncic. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile 3-level scorer.
It's a tie game. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sport. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Leonard. No good from Finney-Smith.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything to PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities, or he's going to burn you.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And George kicks to Zubac. Back to George. And stolen by Richardson. The 3 for Doncic. Batum grabs the miss.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove. This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 9. Outside, Porzingis. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Leonard. George has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. George finds Jackson. Here's Zubats outside for Jackson. Nobody near George. Off target with his three. For Dallas, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Doncic passes to Richardson. Yes, that goes in. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. To the inside. Here's Marjanovic. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers. Since halftime, they've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Brunson kicks to Redick. Here's Marjanovic. Now the dish to Redick. Inside, stolen by George. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. And it's Leonard with the jam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Outside, Redick. And the rejection by Zubats. Shot and game clock separated by 5. He kicks it to Morris. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Leonard with the steal. Morris outside, out to the right wing. Wide open look here for Zubats. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that.
And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Porzingis, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Hardaway in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Rondo against Brunson. Pass to Kennard from outside the arc. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. The drive by Redick. Powell dishes to Redick. Pass to Brunson. Fires the 3. But they get it back. Out to Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Powell, that's good.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
Clippers leading by 8. Rondo with the ball. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Kennard, the pass to Patterson. Here's Morris. That one good for 2. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And the first one drops. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Richardson comes in for Hardaway. Trey Burks checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Los Angeles leading by 8. Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Jackson. And it's in there.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The Mavericks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Rondo against Doncic. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. Patterson finds Batum. Morris outside. Mavericks with the rebound.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
The Clippers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Patterson passes to Jackson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Now Patterson. Fires the 3. Jackson misses. Dallas now running out of time. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Josh Richardson. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Paul George in for Rajon Rondo. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. George passes to Zubac. George looking over the floor. 4 on the clock. Off target from outside. Mavericks trail by 10. Or kicks to Doncic. Goes up from the top of the key. And good. He nails it.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Outside Jackson. He lobs it up. Outside for Batum. The Mavericks pull it in. And here we go. Fast break. Burks got it. Batum grabs the miss.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Doncic missing. And here are the Clippers now. 10-point lead. Here's Leonard. There's the pass to Zubac. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. To the middle. It's tipped. So the Clippers with the win. This was a very strong showing for him. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to soaring high above the Willamette. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Lillard from outside, and that one is off. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Lillard against Doncic. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. First quarter, just over a minute played. It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Doncic. The Mavericks rebound. Second chance shot. Here's Porzingis. Kleber against Covington. Here's Porzingis. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Now Powell. Lillard outside. Back to Powell. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. The wide open look here for Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Still without a basket in the game. Nurkic the pass to Powell. Back to Nurkic. From 15 feet away. Offensive rebound. Covington wide open. He fires. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Robert Covington. And then for Dallas, Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Lillard kicks to Powell. A second chance effort. It's McCollum on the wing. A 3-ball. Portland again missing. Mavericks leading by 4. Richardson outside. On the wing, Doncic. Richardson against McCollum. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Here's Powell. Back to Richardson. Out to Porzingis. And Kanter pulls it down.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
This is what you're going to get with Lillard. He's a gunner. And right now, he's gunning from deep range.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. And the shot goes down. Doncic has got his second bucket.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Lillard way outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Over Lillard. Powell trying to free himself up. Doncic, no good.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him. Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard against Doncic. From deep three-point range. Lillard misses. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Cauley Stein is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward. Jones for 3. Second shot opportunity. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Cantor.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Now here's Brunson. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Up the floor. Count that bucket. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Cantor, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Redick passes to Cauley Stein. Now here's Brunson. Back to Cauley Stein. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Here's Brunson. Makes it off the glass. Brunson's got it all tied up now for the Mavs. Redick against McCollum. Outside, Jones. The pass to Carmelo. Shoots. No good off the back of the rim. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. And Redick kicks to Brunson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. McCollum dishes to Cantor. Portland moving the ball around. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Brunson with it. Out to the right wing. Knocked away. Here's Simons. And foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brunson finds Hardaway. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Doncic. Tips it up. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Can't go in soft. You got to have intention when you go in there on the glass, and Porzingis wanted to beat everybody.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They only had a couple rough stretches and
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And so Lillard will bring it up with the Trailblazers. They lead by 4.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And again, Portland running the court in transition. Here's Nurkic. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Porzingis kicks to Finney-Smith. Misses the 3.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Doncic feeling it out. Left side, Porzingis. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Yep, that one goes in there. And now it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Doncic against Lillard. And that one, good. Doncic has got 6.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Lillard from outside. They get it back. Nurkic. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him. Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And the basket by McCollum.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
Three-pointer, Lillard drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Unfortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. From deep. The putback. It's good on the putback. And now just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Lillard outside. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Lillard against Doncic. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Lillard from deep 3-point land. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the middle. Stolen by McCollum.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Richardson outside. Fires for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with their lead. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Jalen Brunson out there with Trey Burke. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Simons, the pass. What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? The sheer strength of Cantor really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded close. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. The shot's good from Cantor.
A reliable finisher who can score in a multitude of ways. Cantor is a tough cover down low.
And here's Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. Hardaway with a wide open look. Good on the triple. Hardaway has got his first 3 points of the game.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Outside, Jones. To the paint. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Just 5 on the clock. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard's checked in for Anfernee Simons. Dallas also making some changes. Zinkus, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Burke.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Pass to Brunson. Here's Porzingis to tie it up. And Jones pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Powell. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 4 assists in the game.
As his career has gone on, Melo has been better and better about finding the open man.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Inside. Sweet move. And 2 free throws coming up as the... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Collin comes in for Derek Jones. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Josh Richardson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic outside. Marjanovic finds Doncic. Dallas no good that time either.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Shoots from the corner. Another shot. And Cantor with the lay-in. Good. Cantor's got 6 in the quarter.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Doncic against Lillard. Pass to Marjanovic. Shoots over Cantor. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. And there's the pass to McCollum. Lets the 3 fly. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Doncic outside. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That's foul number 2 for him. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Dallas also making a switch. Porzingis is checked in. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Over to the wing. Portland moving the ball around. From past the arc. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Giles has got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our And the Clippers starting 5. They've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Back to Jackson. And here is Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Lillard against Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Oh, free throws good from Lillard.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Outside, George. And they pick up 2.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Good on the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's George. Following the score by Damian Lillard. Outside Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
And so he hits both. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach. Boy, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Basket good.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Lillard against Jackson. High post, Zubac. Gets a hand on it, and the second chance effort by Jackson.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
For Portland, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Leonard against Powell. Nurkic with the block. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And that's going to be a travel. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony's subbed in for Robert Covington. And then for the Clippers, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Rondo dishes to Patterson. Got a piece of it.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And Those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Mann passes to Morris. Six to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. A nice shot by Simons.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
Outside Rondo. Patterson tipped back in for two.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Simons, the pass to Carmelo, and it's Anthony with the jam.
You know, power and finesse, that is the essence of Carmelo Anthony's offensive brilliance.
Here's Mann. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Up in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young.
You know, this game, you know, it's a.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
Here's Rondo. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
McCollum dishes to Cantor. Back to McCollum for the three. Knocks down the three ball. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Here's Mann. He's guarded by McCollum. Pass to Mann. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Jones finds Anthony. Kicks it out to Jones. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. In the corner, Kennard with it. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Covington's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And Batum kicks to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Covington with the steal. Jones the pass to Covington. Pulls up, high post, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Clippers trail by 5. Now Kennard, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jackson passes to Zubats. Doesn't go that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Kennard, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Here's Mann. He's guarded by McCollum. Outside for Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Kennard for 3. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And that one is good from Zubats.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Simons the pass to Cannon. To the inside. Here's McCollum. Makes it off the glass. McCollum's got 8.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside Jackson. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. George dishes to Leonard. The wing jumper off target.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Powell the pass to Nurkic. Clippers trail by 5. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Lillard surveying the D. Takes it out to Covington. Back to Lillard, launches it. Buries it from 3-point range. Lillard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
Outside for George. He gets it in there. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, I like to see Paul George be assertive down low. This guy doesn't lack for confidence, and he is an accomplished scorer regardless of where he is on the floor.
And that'll do it for the... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 11 points and 2 assists. What did you think about it? And that'll do.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in its center. And George, here we go. And the dunk by Zubats.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Now here's Lillard. 11 points in the game. McCollum outside. It's Covington on the wing. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Rebounded by Jackson.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And the basket by Lillard.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Jackson looking it over. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Batum. Now the pass to Leonard. From downtown. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 6. Powell with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. That one falls.
This, to me, is where he can be lethal. In fast break situation, Norman Powell's speed's a problem.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And George kicks to Jackson. To the paint. Zubac in the post. And on Nurkic. The drive by Jackson. Tries it from 9. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Zubac. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Passes to Lillard. The feed to Nurkic. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. And then for Los Angeles, Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Pass to Simons. Back to Powell. From the arc. Morris with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Patterson, that's good.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Lillard from outside. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Derek Jones comes in for Lillard.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Simons. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Pass to Simons. Kicks it out to Covington. It's tipped. Portland moving the ball around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And there it is for him. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Rondo finds Patterson. Outside for Rondo. Sinks the three-pointer. Rondo's got 5 now.
Well, good vision from the inside and kicking it to the perimeter.
From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 1. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Los Angeles guys shooting impressively throughout at 62%. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patterson in at the 5, roaming the paint. And a wide open look for Rondo. Shot clock at 5. To take the lead. And Patterson with the lay-in. Good. Patterson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers. Lillard against Rondo. Inside, Covington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice job by Robert Covington to draw the contact and get himself to the foul line.
Nurkic checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. And then for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Batum in for Kawhi Leonard. Rondo against Lillard. Rondo passes to Zubac. And here's Rondo. In the corner, it's Morris. Here's Zubac. No good there. Great D that time from Nurkic. It's stolen by Rondo. And George, here we go. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 1.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And it's Lillard missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Rondo, good.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Lillard against Rondo. George against McCollum. Feeds to Powell. Morris with the block.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots. That's pretty.
They shoot again. Powell kicks to Covington. This one for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds in this game. Rondo dishes to Morris. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Hits it from 3-point range. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Rondo finds Morris. Now here's Zubac. Out to Morris. The pass to Rondo. Count it. Rondo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He just lives for the moment. Rondo there coming up big time for his team when they need it most.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Here's McCollum. The 3 makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Outside for George. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Lillard outside. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Boy, how big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. And then for Los Angeles, Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Jackson against Lillard. Jackson passes to Zubac. That shot missing.
Boy, gentlemen, you just love to see that aggressiveness. He's not afraid to get after it.
Kicks it out to Lillard. The tray. Laces one from 3.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Short, and it's blocked. And again, Portland running the court in transition. And Portland turns it over again. And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Outside, George. Back to Rondo. He dishes it to George. Outside for Rondo. 5 to shoot. Cantor against George. It drops. A huge shot to tie it up.
Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
Here's Lillard. Oh, off target. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. From... Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Robert Covington, and it's Cantor in at the center position. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Rondo with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. And George, here we go. Banked in off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now Lillard for 3. And Rondo sends it back.
Oh, you forget sometimes how much of an impact Rondo can have defensively there, showing off some superb vertical as he goes up for the block.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Powell's checked in. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. George finds Jackson. Outside for George. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's McCollum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far. Here's Jackson. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Nurkic. Powell, no one around him. Portland, no good that time either. The Clippers trail. Right side Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Zubac. Passes it to George. Leonard attacking. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Lillard against Jackson. Money!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Zubac. And the rebound by Nurkic. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Covington dishes to Lillard. Back to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. A putback. That one doesn't go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And when Paul George has this kind of rhythm and pace to his game, you simply want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
And they do have a foul to give.
Leonard with the ball. Outside, George. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. And David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do. couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
This is his first free throw of the game. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the 2-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Zubac. Clock at 6. The shot missing. Nice D from Porzingis. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Richardson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
Outside for Batum. Back to Jackson. A shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Outside for Batum. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The timing by Batum, really good at recognizing when to fire off the catch.
Doncic against Jackson. It's good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Jackson. Outside Batum. Outside George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Here's Porzingis. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, you look at Porzingis and his size 7'3", he consistently torches defenders around the rim.
Jackson looking around. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Doncic leading the charge. Clippers trail by 4. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And Porzingis launches it from deep. Offensive rebound. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Offline with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Count it. Good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's George after Luka Doncic's bucket. Pass to Zubac. The shot off that time. Nice D from Porzingis. Lots of room. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Jackson against Doncic. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Doncic against Jackson. Beyond the arc. And it's Doncic missing. Now here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. It's Dallas. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Brunson in at the point. To the paint, and Morris throws it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
The Clippers trail. Outside Rondo. Passes it to Kennard. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Rondo against Brunson. The shot's good.
You know, he's a bit of a rarity and maybe even a throwback when you look at Rondo and how being a smaller guard, he still is comfortable operating inside.
Brunson the pass to Burke. He kicks it to Cauley Stein. Lets it fly. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Rondo drives in. George, that's a two-pointer. He drains the quick shot. George has got 6.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
Now here's Brunson. And the rejection by Zubac. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Outside for Batum. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will say. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Richardson comes in for Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Leonard missing. The Mavericks leading. Fast break Dallas. Porzingis has got the ball. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Now here's Rondo. We've got 1:23 left in the first half. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Dallas also making some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Doncic kicks to Powell. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Powell. Out to the wing. Lets it go from 14. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Jackson finds Morris. And the Clippers miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Clippers trail by 6. And there's the feed to Patterson. To end the cold streak. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Powell. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good on the three-point shot. Doncic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavericks. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. And
for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Mavericks leading by 11. Richardson outside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here is George. 6 points for him. Kicks to Leonard. And no good that time. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Redick with the bucket.
Excellent confidence from Redick. Really good. I mean, taking his time, His form, textbook.
And here's Jackson after J.J. Redick hitting the three. Off with the layup.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Kleba finds Brunson. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Kleba with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Brunson. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
Mavericks leading by 12. Now Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, Redick. Back to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Burke in for Richardson. Brunson the pass to Burke. Dallas, no good that time either. Clippers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Fast break, Dallas. Moving it up. Cuts off the pass. One-on-one fast break. And Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Rondo against Brunson. And the pass to Burke. Powell kicks to Burke. Hardaway dishes to Burke. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Powell over Rondo. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here's Mann. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Powell, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Dallas moving it around. Brunson, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Zinkis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 9. Fader on the way. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers trail by 11. Kennard kicks to Patterson. Outside Rondo. Kennard, the pass to Patterson. Outside for Rondo. There's the triple. Drills it from outside. Rondo's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. Doncic outside. Dallas again missing.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Kennard against Hardaway. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good on the triple. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. We've got Burke. Dwight Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Rondo looking over the floor. George, that's a two-pointer. But they'll get another chance. Morris finds Patterson. Inside, George takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Doncic against Rondo. Feeds it to Patterson. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Finney-Smith. And the three off target.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Passes it to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Doncic against Rondo. Fires at the elbow. That one's not going to go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Right side, Leonard. Morris outside to the inside. He's looking for Patterson and finds him. Leonard on the wing. No good with the triple. Dallas leading by 9. Burke kicks to Porzingis. Dallas again missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Outside for George. Poked away. In the corner, it's Morris. Back to Patterson. Doncic with the block.
You know, I like that Doncic, guys, doesn't back down on defense and tries to make it hard for his opponents.
Burke can't get it to go. The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And it's George finishing it off.
I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
Doncic looking it over. Wing shot on the way. Oh, great positioning on the putback.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Outside, George. He feeds it to Patterson. Outside, Rondo. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Richardson in for Trey Burke. Doncic passes to Richardson. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's George, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And when George has the ball in a comfortable spot, he's looking to draw the foul, feeling that there's nobody that can stay with him.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Doncic against Jackson. Doncic, no good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Jackson against Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And he makes that one.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Doncic against Jackson. From deep three-point range, and Doncic gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 10. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. George against Richardson. Releases. And it's George missing. From deep. No good. Shot missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guy.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Lillard with no one around, and the 3 ball is good. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the 2 worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
And here is Doncic after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. Portland grabs the miss.
Not the guy you expect to be missing the bunny.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
I like to see this Lillard. Patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And Doncic throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
So it's Portland now. The Mavericks making the shot. Count that one. McCollum's got 5 now.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far. Perfect 3-for-3 start.
Pass to Kleba. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's the pass to Porzingis. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
McCollum back to Covington. Up top, Powell lets it go from deep. That shot is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 7.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
The Mavericks trailing. Here's Richardson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And McCollum puts up a deep 3, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Richardson outside. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Knocks it loose. It's Lillard, top of the key. Plays it up and banks it in. And it's 7 points for Lillard. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Doncic against Lillard. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Here is Lillard. He's got 7. Does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Pass to Finney-Smith. And here is Kleba. Pass to Finney-Smith. Kicks it to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 2nd basket of the game. Lillard from outside. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
Doncic looking it over. Here's Richardson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Covington against Kleba. He kicks to Doncic. It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Doncic. To the middle. Right side, Porzingis. Nice open look, but it's no good. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He finishes with 9. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in the corner. And there's the pass to Burke. Another three for Dallas.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Here's Simons. Gets himself open and drills it.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Now here's Brunson. He's covered closely. Burke looking over the floor. Brunson with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Burke kicks to Marjanovic. Over Anthony. Marjanovic, no good. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Back to Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
When you pair Kanter's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves the dunk.
Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. He dishes it to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Right side Hardaway. Pulls it from 20. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
But, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on his team.
It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Hardaway has got it all tied up now for Dallas.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Simons. And a miss there on the triple.
And Simons a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point, though.
Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here's Redick. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it again.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
1:52 left to play in the first half. Doncic with the bucket.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Lillard way outside. Redick with the rebound, but they recover it. Passes it to Jones. Lillard from outside. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow by.
Doncic passes to Powell. Redick against Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, he was a star in college. Redick, he now has embraced his player status in the NBA as well. Aging like fine wine.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Jones.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Redick against Powell. Powell with the steal. It's deflected and stolen by Redick. Tries again. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Redick. Takes the three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Powell's got 5 rebounds tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. A putback. It's rebounded by Dallas. Redick surveying the D. Finney-Smith passes to Brunson. Nailed from three-point land. Brunson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs. And a close game so far through the first.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 11 points and 1 assist. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Lillard against Doncic. The pass to Porzingis. The shake. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 6.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
But when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
Nurkic with the block. And now Covington running the floor all by himself.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Doncic. Porzingis. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Trailblazers keep it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic's awesome at slamming misses in.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. The 3. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Porzingis. 14 points for him.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
Lillard against Doncic. Here's the 3. And it's Lillard missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's McCollum. He's got 5. The dish to Nurkic. Shooting, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Dallas leading by 3. Richardson gets a wide open look. They get it back.
You see the length helping Cauley Stein right there? I mean, that's what allows him to be a factor on the board.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. To halt the run, and it's Simons missing.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
And Jones over to help. Simons, the pass to McCollum, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
And shooters beware. Cauley Stein is very crafty at how he rises up for the block. So good at catching scores off guard with his wide reach.
With the tip, there's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 6 points.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Marjanovic finds Richardson. And Brunson has it in the corner. Here's Marjanovic. Excellent D from Cancer. Trailblazers trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
McCollum passes to Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Brunson scanning the floor. The putback, it's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now McCollum. A miss that time would have put him up. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Maverick. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, Anthony out there with Ennis Cantor. Then it's Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Out to Anthony. Plenty of space. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting. You do your best, and you live with the results.
Brunson the pass to Reddick. Dishes it to Cauley Stein. 6 to shoot. Here's Brunson. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. And an intentional foul right there. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard from deep three-point land. Kept alive. Cantor kicks to Covington. Lillard the pass to Powell. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Dallas has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Hardaway, no good. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. To take the lead. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Cantor.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Portland leading. Covington dishes to Powell. Covington passes to Lillard. Powell with the steal. Anthony with the block. And they'll keep possession. And the shot goes in. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Launches a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And it's Doncic missing. Portland leading by 3. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the Trailblazers making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Here's Doncic. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Redick with it. Lillard picks him up. Outside for Redick. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Passes it to Lillard. There's the three. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Bucket is good.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
McCollum outside. Shoots the three. The shot misses. And it's Dallas the other way. It's to Porzingis. Outside, Redick. Doncic outside. Three-pointer. Rebounded by McCollum. Portland's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's Powell. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
And the dunk by Covington.
Can't forget about Covington in these moments. He relishes any chance to knock down big shots.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Doncic from the arc. A new 14 for the Mavericks. That one, no good. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard fires away from way outside. It's hauled in by Richardson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And Porzingis launches it from deep. Can't connect from long distance. Misses the shot. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.